Yo, what is good YouTube? I'm Rich Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on Kyrie Irving's first signature sneaker with Anta, the Anta Kai 1. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit that bell notification button so you never miss another video just like this one. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Anta Kai 1 features like this, I don't even know what I'm going to call this, honestly, a squiggly line traction pattern. And it's very, very interesting because this traction pattern is actually flat. It is just super flat, but these grooves actually have like a pattern almost engraved on them. And I think that is what is, providing like the actual traction of the shoe. And I will say the traction on here was not great at first. It does require some braking time. So for example, what you're probably gonna see is I was sliding. If you all have seen like my Instagram reels or shorts or whatever, you'll see that I did a traction test on the shoe. And that was when I initially got it, and I was sliding to a stop. And depending on, poor conditions, I guess, it would slide to a stop, like kind of a big slide. But I will say after it is fully broken in, the traction is actually really good. If you're playing on your clean courts, you're not gonna have any issues at all. You're gonna be able to stop on a dime. It's very, very nice. If you are playing on your dustier courts, you still gotta watch out a little bit, I would say, because this does pick up a little bit of dust. The dust kind of just like sticks right here. But you do just, quick wipe and you should be fine. Just make sure you do consistently wipe on those dustier courts. Otherwise, you probably will slide to a stop. So yeah, at first I was very disappointed with the traction performance, but yeah, after it breaks in, the traction does get very, very good. So just make sure you play through that bad traction and you will end up enjoying the traction performance on the Kai 1. So moving on to the cushion, I believe the Kai 1 features a full nitro foam. I'm not, too sure like the naming of the foam, but what I can say is the cushioning setup in the Kai 1 is very, very nice. In the heel, you do get a thicker chunk of this foam. You have like pretty damn good impact protection in the heel. In the forefoot, obviously it's gonna thin out and you get a little bit more court feel and responsiveness. In terms of a bunch of the Kyrie shoes that I played in, I would definitely say this isn't the most like court feel or responsive oriented shoe, at least Kyrie shoe, but it's still pretty damn good. But yeah, I mean, this cushioning is just very, very comfortable. If you want like a lot of impact protection, this is probably not going to be it. This is definitely, more of a Kyrie Irving guard focused cushion setup where, Kyrie still wants to be quick on his feet, but I'm sure he still wants to be comfortable too, right? So yeah, that's definitely what this provides. Personally, I had zero issues with the cushioning setup in here. I would say it's definitely like a good blend of that impact protection and responsiveness. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you are thinking about buying the Kai 1. But yeah, me personally, I really enjoyed the cushioning setup and I thought it was really good. So moving on to the materials, the Kai 1 features a pretty much full textile upper, but on top of that textile, you do have like these fuse overlays. Pretty much anywhere where you don't see like this exposed like colorful knit is gonna be fused or like a mesh of some sort. So yeah, you do have like this fuse around the toe box area for added durability. Pretty much all of this area is fused. Even like the tongue, or not the tongue, sorry, even the strap is like partially fused as well, which, just enhances the durability while also keeping the cost down, so I understand. Moving towards the back of the shoe, you do have that continuation of the fused material and like that mesh material. Moving to the tongue, you do have like this textile material tongue with pretty good padding. So if you do like to crank down your laces, you won't have any issues of feeling the laces digging into your foot. Not to mention, you do also have these like wide flat laces as well. So yeah, I mean, overall, the material usage on the shoe, I think it could have been, more premium, obviously, but in terms of the pricing of the shoe, it kind of falls in line with what I had in mind. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the quality, could have been better, but in terms of the performance, it gets the job done very, very well. So moving on to the fit, I would say that the Kai 1 does pretty much run true to size. Personally, I went up a half size and I felt fine. It's definitely a little bit long because I went up a half size, but I will say width-wise, it felt very, very comfortable, and I'm a slightly wide-footed. So my suggestion would be, if you all have like slightly wide feet to wide feet, going up a half size is probably your best bet. But if you have narrow feet or normal feet, I think going true to size is gonna give you the best overall fit. Besides that, I would say there is a little bit of dead space up in the toe box area. And overall, the fit in the beginning, it was a little weird, but it does, you know, kind of break in over time, and it fit my foot better after, you know, everything was like broken in. So once everything is broken in, I felt pretty snug in the shoe. You do have like adequate heel padding in here. You know, the strap helps lock your foot in as well. So yeah, I mean, overall, I would say that the fit is good. Just make sure, you know, if you do have wide feet, you probably want to go up a half size, and also give the materials time to break in, and I promise you that the fit will get better over time. So moving on to the support, I had absolutely zero issues with the support in the shoe. Starting off with the heel, you do have an internal heel counter, and you have this nice heel padding. So I had absolutely zero heel slippage in the shoe. It's very, very nice. In terms of the side-to-side movement on the footbed, I had zero issues with that as well. The materials do a great job of making sure your foot is nice and locked in place. And, you know, I do always say in my videos, if a shoe has a strap, I wish it didn't have a strap, and it's the same case here, but I will say that in this shoe, you do actually feel the strap add some like enhanced lockdown. But yeah, I mean, personally, I still wish the strap wasn't here, but at least it does actually do something. As far as those lateral movements go, you do have a fairly wide base. Even though you don't have like an actual outrigger, I never had any issues of instability with the shoe, even though this is actually like slightly rounded as well on the medial side and the lateral side. I didn't have any issues. And then when it comes to torsional rigidity and stability, you're gonna be covered there as well. I wouldn't say that this is the like most stiff and rigid, but it is more than enough to not have any issues when it comes to the support. So me personally, I really enjoyed the support in the shoe. I would say it doesn't have like anything spectacular, but it does get the job done very, very well. So the Kai 1 retails for $125, and for $125, I would say that this is a very solid pickup. There are things about the shoe that I wish I didn't have to go through. And by that, I mean the break-in period, because like I said, the fit and materials, you know, it does require some break-in time to really feel good on your foot. And also the traction. The traction just, you know, it needs to break in a lot. But once you get through that break-in period, the traction is very good. But yeah, I mean, besides that, everything else was very, very solid. This is a very well-balanced shoe, and this is like one of my favorite shoes to play in as of right now. In terms of, you know, like all the Kyries that I've ever played in, which is every single one, yeah, literally every single one. I would say this is probably one of my favorites from Kyrie. This is definitely up there, probably like top 3. The other one would probably be like, I think the Kyrie 4 was really nice. The Kyrie 2 was also really nice. Yeah, honestly, I think those might be my top 3. But I will say, this is probably the most comfortable out of those 3. So yeah, I mean, Kyrie did a great job with the shoe. Anta did a great job with the shoe. I'm really looking forward to what else they put out in Kyrie's line. But as of right now, the Kai 1 is an absolute banger. And for $125, I would say go get a pair if you're interested. I'll leave a link for you down in the description box below. But that's pretty much it for this performance review. If y'all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. And also, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment, as it really does help me out. Check out these videos over here, and that's pretty much it. Until next time,